Well, you drank yesterday, but today it's like you drank this morning. The how you smell, nobody's going to take you seriously in terms of looking at you as a business person. The reason I'm here today is to talk to you guys about the highs and lows of business. Business is not, doesn't have therefore. Business is not the same every day. There's highs and lows. There are days or months when the business will go low, and there are seasons. It doesn't matter what type of business you run, there's seasons in that type of business. So when you make money, don't squander the money. Because the winter is going to come. It's not always going to be summer. Winter will come. There's seasons in every business. There's socio-economic circumstances, especially now when around the world we have type of problems that we have around the world. So it's important for our young people that when you're a business person, live a humble life. Because if you are fleshy, it means your pocket must be big. And sometimes you're going to take money that's meant for the business and you're going to squander that money and you won't be able to deliver. This is the type of business people that will take deposits from people and not deliver. And the business will go down. So it's important for you to wait for profits. You know, after you have paid your SARS, all the you paid SARS, you have to be compliant. As if you run a business, I always call SARS uncle, Malume SARS, because whatever money that you make, most of that money will go to SARS. So even when you charge your clients and you don't include VAT in your invoices, you are going to end up liable for all that VAT with SARS, and you have not collected the money from your clients. So it's very, very important that you do your business properly. You register your employees, if you do have employees with labor, as soon as you employ people, you do contracts with the workers, so you don't end up having issues with the CCMA and the labor courts. It's important as well that in business you must have banking accounts because you can't have an account where you are using the account as a business account and at the same time it's your personal account. You need to get a salary first, even if you start slow with the salary, because in the beginning I did not get paid until all the workers were paid. I would go without bread, I would go without food at my house until everybody has been paid. So you can't take business money and use it for personal use. You're going to experience problems in terms of the law, in terms of the growing of your business. Your business is going to be stagnant because you are not disciplined. Are we winning? We're not winning.
Yeah, no.
It's fine. Let me continue then. We can run the video in the end, if it's possible. Innovation and modernization of funeral businesses. When most people think of innovation, they picture tech startups and flashy gadgets. Almost no one thinks of the funeral industry. And yet here I am proof that even the most traditional sectors are ripe for visionary change. My name is Pamela Mutali. a multi-award-winning mortician and proud founder of Sebenzisano Funeral Parlor. In 2021, I was a finalist in the Businesswoman of Soweto Awards, organized by business partners. That same year, I won the Rookie Businesswoman Award by First National Bank and received gold, silver, and bronze medals for excellence. In 2013, I was honored as one of the 100 Black women in funeral services during the International Leadership Honoring Program in New Orleans, in the USA. Most recently, in 2024, I received the Funeral Parlor and Manufacturer of the Year South Africa Award at the Excellence Awards in the United Kingdom. In 2011 as well, I received an award in the USS in Chicago. I also received an accolade in Texas in the same year. I was born in Netherlands and raised in Soweto. I started Sebenzisano over 27 years ago. We are located in Midway Industrial Area. Our business has become a symbol of dignity, care, and transformation within the funeral sector. At Sebenzisano, our mission is simple yet profound. We serve families during their most vulnerable moments with empathy, professionalism, and respect. We provide affordable, dignified, and culturally sensitive funeral services, understanding that this line of work demands more than just business acumen. It calls for compassion, resilience, and unwavering commitment. If you look closely, the funeral industry is often seen as rigid, somber, and resistant to change. A sector bound by customs where things are done a certain way, because that's how they have always been done. But beneath that surface lies a world of hidden potential, including underutilized technology, which can simplify planning and communication during grief. Evolving customer expectations, where families seek more personalized and meaningful funerals. Shifting cultural values, where younger generations blend tradition with modern identity and rituals. At Sebenzisano, we have embraced innovation. We live stream funerals for distant loved ones. We provide online memorial platforms and tribute videos. We offer digital pre-planning tools and virtual consultations. Our clients can often arrange everything remotely, but many still choose to visit because our offices feel like a second home. Perhaps that is why we have a podcast called Voice of Grief. As with any transformation, we face challenges. Navigating regulatory and cultural resistance, educating both community and staff on new practices, balancing costs while ensuring sustainability of innovation. Yet the rewards speak for themselves. Higher customer satisfaction and referrals, greater community trust and engagement, the opportunity to set new industry standards, a growing human-centered brand that feels both modern and meaningful. For a final word, if we can modernize funerals, you can revolutionize your field too. Take it is the courage to ask. All it takes is the courage to ask, what if we did things differently? Feel free to visit us at our main office in Midway or at our branches in the world and in Trident. We'd be honored to welcome you. What I wanted to say here is that do not underestimate your potential. We are born we have gifts. When a child is born, no child is born with hands open. The hands are always closed. In the other hand, you are holding your talent. The other hand, you holding life. So there is something about every person. You might not realize it because I, myself, I never imagined that I can be in a men's world in terms of business and make it. I did not see myself like that. That's why I even always tell people, I think this business for me is a calling more than money. Because of how I run business, I identify myself with my clients. One of the clients said to me the other day, she was telling people that I know my customers by name. If it's family, I know everyone. They don't understand how I do it, and I also did not realize that I'm doing it. But I know now that I do it when I look at it. I know people. If I work with people, I don't forget them. It might be 20 years ago. I won't even forget the house. You know, a client came to me 10 years later. And when I told him 10 years ago when I buried the mother, and I explained to him where the house is facing, which direction the house was facing, which area in Orange Farm, he couldn't believe it because it was 10 years ago. And that's how I relate to my clients, and that's how, the type of passion I have in the business. People will say to me, why are you driving an old car when you have so many cars in the yard? And I always tell people, I don't want to set the wrong precedence with my workers. As long as the car can take me from one point to the other, that's important. I don't need to be seen. I'm okay with anything. Business comes first. If the cars are flashy, it must be for the business, not for me. Let me explain to you what the highs and lows of business refer to. It's the fluctuating experiences of success and difficulty that all businesses encounter. These fluctuations can range from exhilarating moments of growth and profit to challenging periods of setbacks and losses. Navigating these shifts is crucial for long-term business success. Does it make sense? There's highs and lows in the business. And all these challenges are experiences so that you can come up with another plan in your business. If you experience a challenge or a setback in the business, it's not the end of the world. Quickly think of a plan B. What is it? Don't stress about what is happening now. Quickly think about what is it that I can do to turn around the situation that I'm in. Does it make sense? Yesterday, I was running, the video that I wanted to show you was of a baby that we had in our mock for like a month, because the father of the 3-month-old baby ran away, and the mother is deaf and she also doesn't speak. And these people are not residents in Soweto, they come from Dayton. So I communicated with the counselor so we can arrange this funeral. But we could not do the funeral without the parents or the family of the baby. So eventually the funeral happened, because even when the necessities were available, like the coffin, the grave and other things, the mother was not responding to our calls. But we then send people to the house to get them to come and bury. One of the workers is a bishop at his church, so he became the priest for the funeral. And it was a normal funeral. We arranged at the premises for a short service, and we went to the cemetery. All was well. Yesterday, we had a funeral in Sandton. The lady that we buried was community-based. She was holding a PhD degree. She worked with Archbishop Desmond Tutu in the US and here and around the world, in southern countries. She was a community leader, reaching out to people even in Soweto or in Tram and other areas in terms of helping people who are destitute, people who are grieving and stuff like that. She also worked with Bill Clinton. The reason why I'm explaining this is because we buried the father of this lady in January. I did not know this man, but they paid a deposit. They didn't even have a policy with us. They live in Centurion. They paid a deposit 8 months before he passed away because they wanted a certain coffin, certain colors, certain type of. But the man said to the family, I don't want to be buried by another color. And the man himself has a very rich history of being a community person, community leader, and a business and an entrepreneur, successful entrepreneur. But the type of service we gave them, this is the reason why they came back for the funeral that we did yesterday. And we have built this type of relationship with the family because every time when there's funerals, I always rock up I go to their houses to check on the families. I also go to the cemeteries. It's only today that I'm here that I did not go to the cemeteries. I run around at the cemeteries and people see me that I don't just take their monies. I'm not just interested in their business, but I am there for these people in times when they need me the most. One of the things that happens in the business as you run business, you need to be innovative. You need to move with times because business is not going to be business as usual all the years. Life changes and economic changes and a whole lot of other things. Lifestyle changes and a whole lot of things. Factors affect how you run your business. You must be able to see opportunities along the way. You cannot be running your business the same way that you're running your business 10, 20 years ago. You need to identify gaps in the market and improve or use technology in your business. The other reason why I'm saying this, I have realized along the way that we bury people years, but who comes back to you 2 years later or 10 years later to say, how are you coping with the loss? How are you coping with the grief? So we opened a podcast that we call Voice of Grief, where on Wednesdays, we do a podcast show of people who have lost, who are going through grief. Because grief is a journey. It might be grief not just because you lost a loved one, but other type of grief like emotional grief from losing jobs or relationships or other things. So we have identified that gap and we are supporting our clients for free. We don't charge them money, but we sit down with you, we talk to you, you cry if you want to cry. Above that, we send you to professionals for professional counseling. I'm wishing you the best of luck. People who are trying different type of businesses. But the important thing is for you to be innovative in your business. Do not be stagnant. And a business person, you have to micromanage your business for long. You can't have a business that's just running itself because it's going to collapse. I know everything that my workers are doing. In case someone is not there, I can drive, I can be an administrator at the office. I do everything. If the voice of Greek person is not there, I step in. There's nothing that the business is doing that I can't do. In terms of systems that we are using, remember, the other thing that I have not been to a formal school where I learned about technology using computers. I'm self-taught. It was click of a button, trial and error and everything that I learned how to use computers. I've never been to any form of college or anything to know how the computers are working. So don't underestimate yourselves, guys. Black people are really smart. It's just that sometimes we don't realize and we end up sacrificing our talents to people who see the bigger picture of what we start. Thank you very much.
One more time for Mrs. McCarvey. Alright guys, I'm gonna try my way to saving something. I don't know about you. So, alright, I would like everybody to stand up and come to the so they can see the video. Yeah, come to the screen. There's no sound. Yeah, they say there's no sound. Okay, they're gonna make it clear.
the reason why I was also showing this video, I went to be part of this funeral from the beginning to the end, to the cemetery. And when I came back, I had a scheduled meeting in 10 minutes. I had to run back to the office. But I still made sure that I do go and attend to this funeral. So you need to involve yourself with your business. You need to be involved. Don't start walking like big like this because now you're a business person. Humble yourself, and the business will respect you. Thank you.
Alright, everyone keep that.
Another one.